Okay, now we did it.
Guess who's back? Back again.
We are back.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Since I could roll some dice with you.
It's been a while.
Yeah. So, elephant in the room. We were out for a while, and we are short a person today. It is hopefully temporary, but it is not the result of any ill will or a falling out. Like, nobody has been kicked off the show. It is a voluntary leave of absence. And I will leave explaining the reasons for that for them to talk about when they get back. Because it's not my place. Yeah. Not my business to share. So, as promised, I am not spilling any tea. I'm not... None of that.
He's not even piping hot. It's
there is no tea.
Yeah.
There is no tea to spill. But
There you go.
But the four of us are going to continue nonetheless. Greg is just going to quietly not be here, and we'll deal with that if and when Greg is going to re-enter the story.
We'll deal with the fallout of Greg later.
Yeah. For now, though, we are going to pick up where we left off, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting.
It's gonna be
a time.
It's
Just
been a
up to shenanigans,
while.
that's all.
Yeah.
Greg is up to shenanigans.
Forgot I have prestidigitation now.
Oh yeah, you got the hat of the Magi.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was a blue tricorn hat with a big red feather.
Definitely gonna get that dyed to match the theme a little bit more, but for now, yes.
Yeah. So that was the only bit of housekeeping, I think. Yeah, the hiatus after this is planned. It is
Yes.
for not a sudden emergency, but yeah, we will be gone for 2 weeks, so
That's my fault.
we're taking a break from our break, is the way I put it. But after 2 weeks, we'll be back on schedule, hopefully. Anyway.
Like, I would try and stream while I'm there, or join Discord while I'm there, but I don't know if my partner would also be trying to stream on the days we normally play. So his computer would be the only one I have access to, anyways.
Yeah, and if you decide you do want to do that and are able to, we can unpause our break. But yeah, for now the expectation is we'll be out for 2 weeks, and then we'll be back. Anyway, more importantly,
to be evil again.
Yeah, more importantly, we're here today, and we're gonna do some game. So I'm gonna start with a truncated version of the bit.
Stop it.
So I am recording. Jess, are you recording?
I am.
Oni, are you recording?
Yes, I am.
Oak took the punish. Are you recording?
Yes, there's me.
All right then. Sync clap in 3, 2, 1. Our story begins, as such stories often do, with gaining access to sensitive prisoners by defeating the warden in a wrestling match.
Merca. Wait.
No, you were correct. You were right, America.
Now tell us what's happening in the game.
Uktuk defeated the prison warden at a wrestling match, and as a result, has gained access to a sensitive and very important prisoner.
Wow.
And we're gonna go to that now. So you guys finish up, catch your breath, hang out for a minute, and then she shows you to her office. Her as Jalila, since I'm setting a new scene here.
Not her office.
Inside the office points to the cell inside the office.
Which way is the office?
If you look at the map, it is this here building,
So like,
and inside you see that this is a cell. You can see the windows are barred, and you don't go in the cell.
oh, wait, these are bars. So like the entrance is like out here.
No, the windows are barred.
Oh, the windows are barred.
This is a door. It's one of those like heavy wooden metal banded dungeon doors with a little window in it.
Right.
Yeah, Jalila like points to it, says she's in there, and I'll give you some privacy.
Hey,
And shuts the door.
You say she?
Wait. We just
Delilah said that.
Yeah.
so like Delilah just like opens the door and gestures me going in, and Ook just goes, "So what do you want me to do?"
See if you can get her to open up. I mean, every time I try, I just get the standard response: name, rank, serial number. We're hoping that we could get a little more cordial. You know, the Hell Knights are not involved in the war yet, and we're trying to arrange something diplomatic, perhaps a prisoner exchange, but
Prisoner exchange from the Hell Knights.
Yeah.
No. Actually, would I? Would Uktuk know that, like, if a Hell Knight was captured, they're basically considered dead?
So that is gonna probably be a society, but
Society.
I'm telling you now, it's pretty steep. Because like the inner workings of Hell Knights is not a thing
Right.
people really know about. It's enough of a rarity that people even are aware they exist.
I rolled a dirty 20.
Hey.
For the most part, that being taken alive is pretty disgraceful, but it's not you're better off dead. It's more of like well, it's on you to figure out how to make up for it. So remember, these are people who like whip and scar and cut themselves on a daily basis as part of their rituals.
Right.
So
Stares at Uktuk.
Okay, so
yeah, you're not you don't have anything solid one way or the other about that.
alright, I guess he doesn't say anything then.
Yeah.
And goes, well, like, I'll do my best then.
If nothing comes of it, I've lost nothing. So no pressure. I just figured it's worth a try.
Alright. I walk in.
And the cell door is locked.
Oh, I thought.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's you can go up to the cell, but and she's not gonna let it be open. Otherwise, the Hell Knight's gonna get out and start killing people.
I thought she was like bringing me into the cell and
no,
closing it
into the
behind
office. Into the office. Yeah.
All right. Then I go in the office.
Yeah. If you approach the cell door,
You're approaching me.
Okay. I go, so what in here then? You have your own personal cell.
and inside there is a figure seated, facing away from you.
Show us.
I mean, I don't have. It's. I'll get to that in a moment.
I'm just being.
But yeah, like wearing the sackcloth prisoner, like very basic shift, very pale skin, but coal black hair, and just angry red scars across the back of the arms and shoulders. And as you approach, the head comes up, very clearly having heard somebody approach, and you just hear, Orsolani, Zara, Shield Merilictor, 1077299. If you want anything more from me, well, we'll be waiting until one of you gets the stones to interrogate a prisoner properly.
Spell those words.
Oh, no, they have a point. Have you tried interrogating them properly?
She is the prisoner in this scenario.
No, I'm talking to Delilah.
Oh, Delilah left. You're
Oh.
alone.
Oh, like she just
Yeah.
left the whole building? She's outside?
Yeah, yeah. So she'll like she leaves and says, "I'll give you some privacy."
Oh. All right. Well, unfortunately, I don't have the door to this cell, or else I probably would.
And now she turns, looks over her shoulder. Fiendhold, is that you?
Like through his
That's me.
masks, he just like squints his eyes. Wait a minute.
None of that,
And
Scott.
she said her full name.
It's been a while. I think I remember that name.
It's been a while.
And she like turns, her head turns back facing directly away from you, and you see her shoulders just slump a little bit. It figures. I pray to the Prince of Darkness for salvation, and they send me a weak-hearted coward like you.
Wow.
Well,
God
damn.
damn.
My penance for being captured, I suppose.
Always a bitch, aren't you?
Oh my god, they're best friends.
So now she gets up, turns towards you, and it is your old friend Zara Orsolani.
Utuk will take his mask off and lowers his hood.
You son of a bitch.
Zara, how did you get captured by these fools?
Well, I'm ashamed to admit, but we were caught unawares. The revolution came, it wasn't battle. There's no blood in the streets, just folk turning their back on their liege lords.
Yeah, disgraceful.
So the bigger question is, what are you doing here? Don't tell me you've sided with these softies.
Of course not. He spits on the floor. No, I'm here. I'm here with a group to take this town back.
What are you waiting for? The warden has the keys on her. Get me out of here. Put a sword in my hand, and we can cut a bloody swath through them all.
Well, now, hold on. I'm afraid it's not as easy as that. We're doing a bit of more of a covert operation, but in time.
Really? You're resorting to skullduggery and plots?
Hmm.
They're even weaker than I thought.
Hey, rude.
Well, it's not exactly my idea. If it was up to me, honestly, I don't know. They've got a lot here. And
Afraid
there's
to
only,
fight and taking orders from someone else. Can't believe I ever saw potential in you.
of course I'm taking orders. I appreciate the hierarchy.
And who is holding your leash this time?
I just show my hand and show the Thrune insignia.
Well, at least your taste in masters has improved. It is lax in discipline as your leadership was when we did the job in the Whisperwood.
Yes, yes. That was a long time ago, though. 10 years does a lot to an orc.
I'd imagine. It's a lot for people, too. Well, I'm sure this situation isn't ideal, but if your seed has taught me anything, it's that you're not totally without purpose.
She's just staring into Uktuk, and I'm here for it.
Wow, no response to that line. I'm surprised.
It's just sort of like glaring at her when she said that. Well, I just think of it this way. I'm on this side of the bar, on the door, and you're on that side.
Nice. Got him.
I'm pretty sure your Hell Knight friends aren't too keen on you being captured.
They'll understand when I come back, bearing the heads of my erstwhile captors. Only question is whether you intend to make me sit here and wait until the young Armiger fiend hold is grown up and taken her trials. Will you make your daughter rescue me instead?
My... what? Your daughter? My daughter?
What did you think seed meant, you simpleton?
I mean, she's not wrong about that part.
It's just sort of like staring at her like... You just like... What do you mean?
She, like, finger and thumb on the bridge of her nose, just... You cannot be this dense. You know where babies come from, yes?
Yes, I have a daughter?
Yes, and by the grace of the Dark Prince, she's nothing like you. Disciplined, sharp. She's going to be a Hell Knight for the legends.
He's just like trying to do the math in his head, like how long ago, like... So, what? Like, she should be like, what, 10 now?
Yes. She began her armiger training last summer.
And you know, I think this conversation is better had in a better time.
In that case, I recommend you do as I suggested. get me out of here, put a sword in my hand, and get out of my damn way.
Well, I'll let you sit on that one then.
Damn. Get fucked.
Should have known you'd be too afraid to act, just like always. I can't believe it.
You know, there's a difference between bravery and stupidity. If I, let you out now, they'd all kill me for sure. You know they have an Archon with them, right?
Out here, they have 6, but they're all weak and small. Only 8 on the battlements at any time. Not saying take the city, just this prison.
Well, right now, I'm by myself. I can't take a prison by myself. That would be suicide.
Very well. It seems I'm consigned to waiting yet more time. Well, when you find your hardness, you know where to find me. Well, if you'll excuse me, I have bugs to count.
I'm sure you all would be the best of friends. He puts his mask back on and his hood back up.
Look, took's a daddy.
Father? We were right the whole time, Jess?
I'm a daddy?
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 And it's still like the idea of somebody who looks at Uktuk and sees like a weak, soft coward is so funny to me.
Small baby.
Because he is a fucking maniac.
Yeah. I'm drawing this guy. I know he's a fucking maniac.
This guy's a lunatic and somebody's calling him a puss? Are you kidding?
Yeah, because Hell Knights are hardcore.
Yeah. And I guess Uktuk will leave.
I guess we're gonna go. He's gonna think about that. Everybody's learning something about themselves this book. Wow.
Yeah.
Backstory. Backstory.
I told you, once we get out of the starter town, it's a lot easier to work in that stuff. There's just not much I can do with Longacre.
You
It's
get
a
caught up
pretty-
in the crossfire.
You could say Longacre is a pretty long. I didn't want to.
Not long enough.
Hey, thanks, Jess. I didn't want to finish my stupid pun.
Yeah.
I can feel the disappointment already wafting.
I already know mine's already in the air, so we're good.
Yeah. So yeah,
What's the wood?
Step back out. Jalila's just standing there, like, that fast, huh? Didn't want to talk to you either, huh?
Oh, couldn't really get much out of her without being in there myself. As expected from a Hell Knight, didn't say a whole lot.
Yeah, just Orsolani, Zara, Shield, Merelictor. 10772099. I've heard it so many times.
Yeah, I think if you want anything more out of her, you're gonna have to be a little more, rough.
Are you suggesting we abuse a prisoner?
Yes.
That's not what we do.
Well, it's either that or you get nothing out of a Hell Knight. You're trying to squeeze blood out of a stone with words.
That's what I'd I was afraid of, but like I said, we've lost nothing by having you try. Thanks anyway.
You know, actually, now that you mention it, I did hear her mumble something as I was walking away.
Really?
Yeah. I didn't hear a whole lot, but I just heard her mention Devil Knight.
It's not too they are Hell Knights. That's I don't know. That might maybe something, but who knows?
You know, I've heard about these Devil Knights.
It's great. Keep going.
In my travels, I've heard a thing or two.
On vacation in this one place.
It's one time at band camp.
You know, you'd think if these Hell Knights are hardcore, just imagine what a Devil Knight would be.
Isn't that just what they call their spellcasters?
No, I don't think so.
For those who don't know, those are signifiers.
Right.
That's what they call their spellcasters.
But I don't know if Ook took. Hold on, I'm rolling society.
Yeah.
Great. This is fucking fantastic. I love
rolled
this.
a 23, so no, those are signifiers.
Well, perhaps we can. I'll pass it along to the governor, and perhaps he can turn something up about it. You know, any piece of information is useful. Thank you for letting me know.
Of course. Doing my due diligence and all.
All right.
Well, I'm gonna go back to the tavern.
See you around.
Yep, I'll be back to kick your ass later.
Nice.
And welcome the challenge. So everybody reconvenes. Well, the three of you reconvene.
Ooh, the Devil
Jeez.
Knight!
Could I?
Devil Knight
could I
Troopers!
Could I just do just like a little bit, just a little like probably like 5 minutes of RP with Zane after we're done and having like unfade to color, we fade to color.
Self-care.
Yeah, you know.
Okay.
Aftercare.
Drink some Gatorade and then like
Yeah, we're
like
we're
drink
on
some
Gatorade.
we're on the floor in the bedroom next to the bed. We're doing the L-shaped blanket. Everybody know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
kind of, but I'll ask later.
Well, it's just in the movies the way it's shot. It's the blanket always covers the woman like up to, but the man's upper body is usually bare. So it's like L-shaped blanket is the term for that.
The modesty
Now-
blanket.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yes. So L blanket, we're on the floor and then get dressed and let's say he's escorting me out and we're just kind of like whatever. And then as we're passing the library, can I just take a look at what kind of books can I glean from the spines of the books? Like what are they looking like?
It's a lot of there's history books, a few almanacs.
Is there anything that I can glean that would be something in like my realm, aka devils?
The
And
dark
you know
shit.
what? I'll do this. Here, I'll be like, so I'm just looking around on the spines of the books and go, hey, Zane. So I'm sure you've done a lot of research on different magics, but I was curious about pacts. or contracts that warlocks and witches make with their patron. Do you have any info about that?
Some, but every patron is different. It depends on the nature of the creature. Obviously, fae and demon patrons will be more inclined to attempt to trick or bamboozle.
Right, because I am just curious about how, like, the whole process. I mean, I'm a witch, so I think that's somebody agreed to give me powers. So, but I'm just curious about, like, where do they store it? Do they have a records department in the plane of existence that they're in that grants me this power? Kind of like the logistics behind it. And, like, even just thinking about, like, what if the parties were not pleased with each other? Is there a, what's it called? Trade? I'm just curious.
No, it's the more order bound creatures are more likely to keep a written record. Something like a demon probably wouldn't. It's just a what you'd call a handshake deal.
Oh, okay.
As I understand such things, the pact is fairly easy to sever from either end, but is not done lightly, because you'd
Mhm.
lose whatever benefit you made the pact for in the first place.
Right.
The witch loses what power they've gained from their patron, but the patron also loses an agent in the material plane that they desired for whatever reason. But any and all would share one trait in that the very nature of your relationship is a bargain. You could always try and renegotiate the terms of your deal. Whether they accept is impossible for me to know, but
Right.
if it can be severed, it can be altered.
So is that the same with, like, because you only mentioned devils, but, like, what about, like, the fae or hags? Do they have that same? I haven't come across any good literature about it. It, like, a bit, bits and bites of excerpts from books, and I don't know, maybe you came across something.
Fae are more temperamental creatures of elemental chaos. I would think a written document of such is something so. I would think something so rigid and unchanging as a document would be anathema to them. They thrive in change. That's why I mentioned more ordered creatures, devils, archons, inevitables, even aeons. They would value such a document, but an Azata, a primordial, creatures of change and chaos. It'd be unlikely for them to abide by something so formal.
It does make sense. You're right.
Do you know the nature of your patron?
Swats
Charlie
profusely.
Charlie will kind of look forlorn, and she'll go, "No, I don't. He only came to me in a dream, and it is between you and me, okay? Can you pinky promise with me?" And then she'll kind of, like, in a girlish, like, way, kind of just pull out her right hand and, like, in that pinky finger kind of standing up. Pinky
He
promise?
takes it and with his other hand, takes out and holds up his spell book, and just says very, very mock serious, "My word is bond. These words are for your ears alone." And then just for dramatic effect, his eyes glow a little bit when he says it.
Prestidigitation, his eyes.
And she'll kind of blush and she'll put her hand down and go, such a gentleman. Okay, well, so like I said, they came to me in a dream, and it was because I love my sister so much, and she deserves the world, and I can't give it to her. I'm poor, and that's why I'm taking these odd jobs miles and miles and miles away. So it's that I can't give it to her. Scrape enough to get everything. What's the word? Everything that she deserves that is done fairly, because I have not been treated so fairly in my life. And she'll kind of like look away and kind of look, when you look in the distance and your mind starts to think about the past and people in it. And so she'll pause.
You sought power out to give her the life that you never had. I can only hope that your patron is a noble one, helping you out of altruism, but more foul creatures are known to take advantage of people in such desperate circumstances.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about too.
Well, it seems the path forward is clear then. You must learn the nature of this creature before you can even begin to understand the rules of the relationship. You have to know who you're playing against.
You're right. I mean, I figure you can tell that I'm what's the kind of term? I have book smarts, but not street smarts. Does that make sense?
Yes, one could say that you were gifted with intelligence, but not wisdom.
Yeah. So, I mean, I like to think I'm mature for my age, but yeah. And I guess I don't know how to know how to get to know my enemy or this person. You know, I guess I'm just gonna have to wise up.
You could also put your intelligence to work. There is always clues when you meet with them, even if it is in dreams. Some clue will be there. The powers they grant are often an indicator as well. And then there's always what they ask of you.
I haven't asked for anything specific yet. So I guess that's a good thing.
They've
Obviously, she's lying.
they've
Not
presented
a
you
game.
no tasks, no favors.
Not yet. I mean, uh, I mean, honestly, I got these powers, I don't know, maybe a week or two before the reclamation? Maybe 3? I don't remember.
Curious. Well, perhaps you can. Perhaps you will be asked for something soon, or perhaps they haven't asked because what you're doing is already within their design. Unfortunately, when we have so little data to go upon, we have several possible conclusions they could lead us to. And each clue narrows it down a little more.
Yeah.
You'll find the answer in time. You're sharp.
And she'll pull out her hand and take his hand into hers and just go and just kind of hold it and just gently squeeze it and just go in time. Time.
He squeezes back.
Her nails are sharp for sure. He knows that now.
Oh,
And she will just kind of look into his eyes, and this is the most free I felt in maybe all my life. Just standing here with you right now.
It
Thank
is.
you.
It's nice to have someone to talk to who understands.
It does. And thank you for being such a good listener. And I definitely need to repay you for the the time that you spent with me. And then she'll kind of stammer and she'll go, oh my God, your shrubs. And she's gonna like she'll just release her hand with his and run to the a window, whichever window is closest, and just go, oh, your shrubs, and just see them like smoking.
Worry not, they'll grow back when the morning comes again.
Oh, okay. I should have figured. You're magical.
It's not
See, this
me,
is
it's the
where
house.
really?
The whole. Yeah. Yeah, they're part of the grounds when I moved in.
So they're just enchanted naturally. What other things are enchanted in here? I mean, I know you said a lot of enchantments, obviously, but like, what else?
That's the main one I know of. They weren't always animated for battle purposes, but the owners would change them to different locations and shapes as their whim struck.
Interesting. Well, that's a relief that I didn't totally ruin your uh, outdoor shrubbery. I've taken a lot of your time. I should get going.
You have taken nothing that wasn't freely offered.
And with a smile, she's just going to um, slowly come in for a hug and just say thank you.
Gladly. And he hugs you back.
And I'll let go of the hug and I'll go, I got to get back to work. I'll see you soon. Hopefully, not
Yes.
angry at people.
Well, if you are, I know some plants you can talk to about it.
I'll take you up on that offer. And she will, start taking a couple paces like backwards while still looking at him,
Mhm.
and then turn around, kind of fumble into like a coffee table, and then walk out.
Like the dog that you tell to leave the living room while you're eating and they keep looking back. They take a few steps, look back, take a few steps, look back.
And that's all I wanted. I wanted to, my main goal was to see if there was any books I could borrow to have some light reading for bedtime.
Oh yeah, yeah. There are plenty there. It's just I
Yeah,
Yeah.
for another time. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We convene at the bar.
Yeah, the three of you reconvene, and Greg has not returned. A
Wait, Greg
cursory
is.
glance at Greg's room reveals a note on the coffee table reading simply, "Had shit to do. Be back. G."
I was expecting 2 Gs.
Two at the end. There's one at the beginning.
I know, but like, I don't know. I would initial if I were Greg. I would initial with 2 Gs. But that's me.
GG.
Yeah, GG. For various reasons. I would say Surreal's been there for a while. Yeah. Piece of hair in my face. Just been loafing around the bar for a bit, thinking about things. Dreading going back down into the basement to talk to her mom about things.
Yeah, she's still down there.
Yeah.
Her and Brexter.
Can occasionally hear Brexter scream in pain. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, she is. Yeah,
Yeah,
she's probably done tattooing him by now, but
yeah. We can probably just like yada yada over the shareage of information.
yeah,
You guys
yeah, we
know what
can if you want.
happened.
Yeah,
I thought you were going to take time to talk with mommy. That's why I think we were kind of silent waiting.
I mean, I would do that after because it's slightly more important. Because what Surya wants to talk to mom about is a little bit more personal. So she gets work stuff out of the way first. Is all.
makes sense.
Yeah. But there is a thing that Surreal does want to do just as they're talking, just kind of a sense motive and see how everyone's feeling. If I can remember, I don't remember what my number was.
When Uktuk gets back, like, and goes into the basement, like, he just, like, finds one of them boxes that's just been kind of there for a while, and he just kicks it so hard it breaks open.
Wow, rude.
Charlie just, busts through the door, scowl on her face, mean mug looking, and just plops down in a chair and just kicks her feet up on the
Wait,
uh,
basement
on
or
the.
in the bars where we're having the conversation?
Oh, if it's down in the
Basement.
basement, I'm sure
Yeah.
there's chairs. So
Okay.
she would have like stomped down the stairs
or down the
and
ladder.
Stomp down the ladder. Do.
she would just kind of
Ooh.
whomp down in this chair, boom, boom, feet up on the table, and just kind of sit there, arms crossed.
That's a 22 on sense motive. If you guys are hiding anything or not, that is the question.
How's everybody feeling tonight? Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not feeling good.
That's what Charlie's body says.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the vibe you get.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
What
am
is
not
Uktuk
feeling
feeling
good.
if he's trying to hide anything?
Uktuk mailed. I just like, oh, I'll roll to see how well she notices. Oh, you crit. He mailed.
He mailed. Okay. So
I
everybody
don't know if that
bar
was
is mailed.
apparent. If that was apparent because of the Uktuk foot-sized hole in a box.
Hey, look, sometimes you just feel like kicking shit. It doesn't have to be because you're mad.
He's mailed.
He's mad.
He angry.
He don't talk to him. He angry. Except we kind of have to. So. But
He's he's doing that thing where he says nobody asked me about it, but he like very obviously is trying to draw attention to himself so that
Yeah.
you do.
I don't want to talk about it. Okay.
Well, no, he doesn't say
Okay,
that.
so
He just
about
kind
it.
of doesn't realize that other people are there. He just went straight to breaking shit.
Gotta break shit. Sometimes it makes you feel better, and that's okay. Ariel, however, will not ask any questions. She knows how you're feeling emotionally. That doesn't mean she's gonna ask you about it.
I can't wait until the next time one of you sarcastically refers to him as dad, and he
Oh,
just starts
no!
crying.
No! It's gonna be Charlie.
No, Uktuk will pipe
Yeah.
up and say, like, well, I found out that the rumors about the Hell Knight being in the prison is, in fact, true.
Okay, that's good. Well, sort of good, sort of bad.
Fortunately, it's my ex.
Unfortunately, it's, I have a history with them.
Surreal squints.
It's a small world.
Ooh.
Charlie looks out of the side of her eyes
Well,
at
that-
the her ears perk up when being said. Let me start over. I'm just stuttering.
There you
So
go.
she will look through the side of her eyes, and as her ears perk up to, oh, I know them.
Very, very telling that he avoids the pronoun too. That's funny.
Mhm. Surreal knows.
Oh yeah.
She's starting to connect dots. That must have been awkward, I guess.
Well, no, I found it hilarious that she's been captured.
Oh, yeah, I guess
Still
I
a
could see that
bitch,
too.
though.
Feel like
Sounds
I'm
like
gonna
something
like
an
her.
ex would say.
Zara Orsolani.
I mean, I highly doubt it, but can I roll on that name, James?
Yeah. It's actually yeah, roll me a society real quick.
Society.
Well, don't you
Ooh.
have like nobility knowledge as well?
I have heraldry and legal. Because remember, she's not actually technically. Yeah, heraldry only.
Yeah, you could also do that, but it sounds like your society was pretty good.
I mean, the roll I got was really good. They're both the same number, but I guess heraldry would probably work a little bit better because that's a 26.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
I rolled an 18 on the dice.
Yeah, so the name Orsolani does ring a bell for you of being another minor noble house.
Okay.
They are like old loyalists for House Thrune. Like they fought on the side of Thrune in the war. And their family has a pretty long history of grooming second and third kids for positions in the military, the Hell Knights, the church. But you were pretty sure all of them died. There was a big fire, 30, maybe 40 years ago, and we're pretty sure all of them died in the fire.
You said maybe 30, 40 years ago?
Yeah. No, yeah, closer to 30.
Okay. Oh, 30-ish. You'll see Uktuk will see Surreal kind of like eyes widen a little bit in realization at the family name and then squint and she'll look down and put her hand on her chin, thinking for a moment. I could have sworn I had heard a rumor that they all died like 30 years ago. There's
I don't
this
know.
huge fire that happened. Well, yeah, obviously we don't know. She side-eyed him.
Uktuk, you do know.
I actually do know.
Yeah, you like because she would have told you the fire that Serial's referencing claimed her grandparents, her parents, her youngest sister, and her oldest brother. The two middle kids are the ones who made it out. Her and her brother.
Yeah, I think she mentioned that she was like out of the house at the time when that happened.
Do you know who else made it out, or if it was just her?
One of her siblings, I think.
I'm assuming based on your current position, you don't know his name.
No.
Well, did you learn anything?
Of course not.
Anything new?
Of course not. She's still a bitch.
Just one to know one.
Yeah. Cyril's trying so hard not to laugh at Charlie because she's still mad.
So happy that you remembered that you're still mad at each other.
Oh yeah, I also got a layout of the prison. Like,
good.
basically draws the map that we see right here, except it looks like shit.
Because it's by Uktuk, and Uktuk can't draw two whales.
Yeah, he's got the shakes.
He doesn't have a steady hand. I'm not gonna say those inside thoughts will stay inside until game ends. Oof. Uktuk got burned enough talking to his ex. I don't want to add to the fire.
He's already been burned many, many times, Jay.
He got better though.
Yeah, they've got like guards right here on the tower and some of them little archons. Some other stuff.
some things. You know, the normal prison things or jail stuff.
Although,
There were
and he
some
like
walls.
and he kind of
And
like
doors.
leans in a bit with a little bit of pride. I may have gotten a rumor started rolling around about a devil knight. Eh?
Suriel gently pats him on the shoulder, like, I'm proud of you. You can tell it's sarcastic.
I'm still gonna need to borrow that money though.
Yeah, I know.
He pulls out a receipt.
It's a
For child-
CVS. It's a CVS receipt, so it keeps going.
This
Needs to borrow money for child support.
Yeah.
This is the cost of the stuff that I want for that idea, by the way. And pulls out the receipt. Very official looking receipt.
You can see Suriel's mood drop once again. She was a little okay. She wasn't as frustrated as she was earlier, and now she's frustrated again. She's just kind of squinting.
Acting the fool.
Right. It's like, okay. She'll put that on the table next to the map that Lady Magda drew. Or had, because I don't remember if she drew it or not.
Yeah, it's drawn on a big sheet of parchment.
Yeah. We'll get to that later. So, Charlie, anything you want to tell us that's slightly important?
Yeah. And she'll pull out a book with a that you take notes in with a quill, and she'll go, "Met with Zane got pissed, burned some shrubs, had a tour of the mansion, had sex on the floor, sex in the bed, and we did and had it, you know, like she'll like list off like all the positions
The
that
points, like,
yes. Or okay, let me start over. So she'll be like, all right, so went to Zane's mansion, uh, got pissed, burned some bushes, got a tour of the mansion, saw a devil book, the Book of the Dead, had sex, and then like list all the sex positions. So like,
Like
she's
in the
gonna
middle of it,
explain.
Uktu's like, Charlie, just focus, please.
No, I'm focused.
No,
I'm
just skip that part.
skip over.
We don't need to
we
know.
don't need the extra information on all of the sex positions you guys went through. That's not important to the mission.
You didn't want to know about the reverse cowgirl?
No,
Like, I guess you like I'm
no,
only good
no,
about
no,
no
no, no.
shame. That was some, you know, that's some of the best work I ever did. That's all I'm good for, right?
Serial is just rubbing her face. Like you don't need to see her eyes to tell that she just rolled her eyes, even though she's covering her face.
Look, I don't know what's getting it. It's gotten in. Oh, what's going on with you two? But cut it the fuck out.
No, I'm doing my job.
Your job isn't to have sex with the wizard.
It works. It
I
can be
mean, we
part
should
of the
all go
job.
incognito, so that's what I did. And look what came of it. I got a tour of the Necropolis Manor, and there's some devil artifacts in there.
Charlie, you just quietly heard Serial say, "Well, somebody came."
Finally. And then she'll just kind of, you know, tick all the items that she wrote about in her book and then snap it shut and then put it back in her pocket. Any questions?
What sort of devil artifacts?
That sure is a question there, sir.
So this is just out of game, taking a long pause because she wants to be a smartass, but she'll go, I don't know, Uktuk. What tell us a little bit more about this bitch that's in jail.
It's not important to the task at hand.
Sounds kind of like it to me.
Serial just slowly turns and looks at Lady Magda like, what do I do?
Uktuk just was like, as Charlie was describing it, he has like an elbow on the table and leaning his head against it, and then suddenly like he's being attacked, and it's like, what?
Do? Uktuk's like, I just came out here to have a good time, and now I'm being attacked.
I don't.
Psychic damage.
Yeah.
And then his long pause, will just go, so it's a book that is protected with I'm reading my notes like as I'm talking, which is probably not a good idea. It's a book that had a slight shake and tremor when I came close to it. And
we're talking about the book, right?
That's, well, you know, I mean,
oh my god,
it kind of ticks, you know, multiple categories. So I mean, sure.
I don't know why it took just.
And I'll describe that it's around glass that is protected by magic, and I wrote down ritual would draw upon fiend nature. I don't know what I meant by that, but I'll just describe what I found in the study. with the book, and then
Mhm.
I'll kind of pause and go, all right, everyone caught up? Yeah, cool. Hall library, I found what is believed to be the Book of the Damned.
Can I roll on the Book of
An
the Damned?
excerpt from the Book of the Damned.
Sorry, thank you.
Yeah, Uktuk would also like to roll on Book of the Damned.
Absolutely.
Would that be religion or occultism?
It would be religion, or I would allow hell lore, considering
Sweet.
one of the three is about hell.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Oh, I'm going to hero point that.
That's an 8. I'm not.
There we go. That
That's a
would be a
roll, boy.
22.
Nice.
Okay, so you know that the Book of the Damned is this very old, very mysterious, like legend artifact. It is a series of books written about the three different lower planes: Hell, the Abyss, and Abaddon. Volume 1, Volume 2, Volume 3, for one for each. And they are supposed to be the most thorough and complete cataloging of those planes and their denizens to have ever existed. And if the legend is accurate, the angel who was tasked with writing the books was so good at having collected all this stuff that he was considered forever tainted and barred from re-entering heaven after completing the task.
Rude. Understandable.
The Book of the Damned.
Did I stutter?
Wow, that is...
Amazing? Yes.
Yeah. That's
and I can only read a little bit of it.
And just so we're giving the information correctly, what they had there was supposedly an excerpt from it. It was just a couple of pages, not the whole book.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know which book this excerpt came from? Because there's 3 books. One on Hell, one on the Abyss, and one on Abaddon.
Yep.
Just out of game doesn't remember she asked that.
I don't think we knew. I don't think you rolled well enough to know about it.
I think you're right. So I'll go. I didn't ask. All I know is that there's multiple languages, and they're all written left to right, right to left, and like diagonal. So like all of the different languages are all mixed together. So
Sense.
Fascinating. Because if it's from the first book, the book on Hell, that could be quite useful for you.
Honestly, it could be useful
legend,
for any of us.
Legend says that those books are supposed to have accurate descriptions of every denizen of the planes, of the lower planes.
When you mentioned that it might help me, Charlie's face will kind of, that instead of having that tight like lip, of tense and simmering anger, she'll kind of release her, like unclench her jaw and just kind of like become almost vulnerable for a second, hearing that it might be beneficial to her. So how would I know which book it was? I mean, I looked at it. Would I know by like color or?
Honestly, I personally don't know. Like those books are legends. It's way above, like, I would have to look at it.
So would we know a legend where an excerpt is missing from one of these books?
Can I make another check to know about that?
To know what specifically?
If it's known that one of the books of the dams is missing experts or
Excerpts.
excerpts.
I'll carry over your earlier roll. The books themselves were all broken apart
Oh.
and scattered to the winds.
Actually, I think the books were all like separated. So, now that I think about it, I think last time I heard, it hasn't been in one piece in a very long time. I don't know.
Only someone who knows what was written in each book would be able to tell what book this excerpt is from, essentially.
I'd have to look at it myself, see if I can get anything out of that, because the only other people that I would know is over in the capital.
Charlie's gonna look around. Well, ask mommy. Kind of that like little shaking her head attitude. Hey, Lady Magda. Anything you want to know about the Book of the Damned?
I guess the real question would be, what does she know anything about the Book of the Damned, Charlie?
Yeah, I guess that's what I'm. Oh, okay. My bad. I'll just sit here in silence.
Oh my god, stop it. Two are like children.
Also, I want you to know that in my head, the reason why Suriel only got an 8 on that religion is because she was too busy thinking about Charlie and Reverse Cowgirl.
She's like, her back is turned to everyone, but she's like blushing incredibly.
She's trying so hard not to think about it, but it's utterly failing.
Must hide Lady Boner?
Yes.
I swear I'm gonna throw both of you out of here.
At the very least, throw Charlie first.
No.
Oh, there was throwing that happened today. Throwing him on the bed, throwing her clothes on the ground.
Anyways, what's important is that we learn
Throw
some
Snivy
information.
at Charlie.
No, not that, my boy. My boy. Father, help.
If you pick Snivy up in anger, he will bite your hand.
Yes.
The fuck?
That, or remember, he can also throw fire
Fuck
at
us
you.
up. Yeah. He sets one of Uktuk's packs on fire. Rude.
And she'll sigh and just go, anyway. And then she'll clock the room. Is Lady Magda in the room?
She's sitting in the darkness listening.
I don't think she can be anywhere else. So.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, she's in the corner meditating, and if anybody directly addresses her, she will participate.
Charlie did. Very sassily, but Charlie did.
Yeah, just kind of kept going. Yeah, if you ask her if she knows anything about it, she's like,
I wouldn't be surprised if she ignored me, and then it would just fuel the fire of anger.
Yeah, that's.
He didn't start the
If
fire.
they had an actual piece of the Books of the Damned, that is beyond valuable. That is a true prize. The knowledge contained therein, things no mortal mind has ever known. The secrets. Think of how powerful those secrets would be.
Do we have any indication of what would happen if, say, somebody were to read it that were mortal?
Well, I could tell you'd have knowledge of various true names of devils.
Really? Oh my god.
Explains the nature of the planes themselves, the inner workings of those creatures that dwell upon it.
You can see Serial's pupils slowly dilating the more you explain all the information that's in these books. She'd be salivating if she wasn't holding it back.
Yeah, well, good luck reading it, because there's, I think, at least 5 different languages that you have to decipher.
Yes, it would be written in such a way. There's probably a single key cipher language and a few others embedded therein. Such secrets would need to be strenuously protected. But the value of what you could find if you got through it, certainly not something to be taken lightly.
For a good minute there, Serial just goes real silent, just like essentially daydreaming about all the things she could find and or learn.
So
And then,
yeah, a lot. Oh, go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
no, you're
Finish
fine.
up.
Go ahead. It was important.
I was just gonna say, like, after Lady Magda talked about her opinion about it, she'll go, "Yeah, long story short, lots of cool." Hold on, let me start over. Yeah, so long story short, lots of cool artifacts, and I sat on his face. Good day, everybody, and she'll get up and walk away.
Had to get in one more.
Mm-hmm.
Just like he did a few hours ago. Hey.
Ayo. You were waiting to make it that some type of joke, weren't you?
No, actually, that one just came to me.
Nice.
Anyway.
I imagine Lady Magda, Suriel, and Uktuk are just staring at each other now. Like, why? Why is she like this?
And again, like Maggie just kind of repeats, like, these are the friends you've chosen.
Don't call them friends, please.
Yeah, we're more like acquaintances.
Co-workers.
Still, these are the people you choose to associate with. Should always be thinking about what that says about you.
I am always thinking about what that says about me, and if I could change it, I would, but I can't. Not right now.
Yes,
God
yes,
damn it.
dear, of course.
She left before I could even tell her what happened. Whatever.
Well, just think about this, Lady Magda. If it wasn't for her friends, you'd still be in a crystal. So, have fun with that.
Suriel tries her best not to nod.
The two of you, I'm sure, could have helped. It's that ginger ragamuffin I'm having trouble understanding.
Ragamuffin. I think I'm gonna call her that from now on. Not the ginger part, the ragamuffin part.
Once again, you'd still be in a crystal. So,
And again, I'm sure the two of you could have.
So
figured
if
something
you'd
out.
be so kind, shut the hell up.
Suriel does the thing like when you're at your friend's house and they talk to their parents different than you talk to your parents, and they look at you like, holy shit, you're gonna die. That's how
Except
Suriel's looking at Uktuk right now.
He's talking to your mom like that.
Exactly. That's why she's like, oh, why would you do that?
Yeah, I'll make your mom call me daddy too.
Hey, yo!
Oh,
Wait, no,
hell
that's
yeah.
weird. No! Uktuk, no! You already have a daughter.
I'll
don't need
make
another
another. I'll make you a sister.
No! I already have 2.
And a brother.
Yeah, I had a brother. I
At
don't
least
need
you're
any
pretty
more
sure
siblings.
you do.
I'll make you a
As
green.
far as I know, I still have a brother.
I'll make you a little green sibling. It'll make a.
Gotta finish the rainbow.
Gotta
Keep
finish
going.
the rainbow. Yeah, there we go.
Gross.
Talk about taste the rainbow, am I right, kid?
Heyo.
Charlie left the room. Who said that?
Could I have left Steven under the table? I have a familiar ability called Snoop.
You
Uh,
snooping?
Your familiar keeps its eyes and ears open, ready to relay every snippet of gossip it catches, helping you gather information. Despite being a minion, your familiar gains one reaction at the start of its turn, which it can use only to aid you on a diplomacy check to gather information. It still has to prepare to help you as normally for the aid reaction, which requires it to participate throughout the activity.
He's
It automatically
snooping.
automatically succeeds at its check to aid you with those skills, or automatically critically succeeds if you're a master of the skill in question.
Oh, that's
Would
really
I
good.
be able to, or do you think I waited too long to mention it?
You could definitely leave him there. The question is, can you roll stealth to have deployed him surreptitiously?
Hmm.
So, okay, because I keep my familiar satchel on my side,
Mhm.
so I'm like, it could have been just like, you know, me just messing
Untied
around
it
with,
and left it there.
right? Like I
Oh
could have
yeah,
opened
yeah.
it,
It's the
right?
reason I say it is because they know you can see through
And
Steven's
here.
eyes.
Yeah.
So
And
if you wanted
this would
to,
be able to hear what they're saying too. So
right?
so
Yeah.
you
My point is, are you rolling stealth to like deploy him without them seeing it, or because I
yeah,
mean, if you're just doing it
I
out in
would.
the open, okay, yeah, then roll me a stealth.
Because Surreal most definitely knows out of anyone that you can do that.
Oh,
Yeah.
hey, we haven't rolled for our hero point system.
Oh, that's right.
Oh shit! Right, I forgot about that.
I
We
forgot.
changed
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, you can roll now, and whatever you come with, lose one because took spent one earlier.
Yeah.
Well,
What is
I rolled for mine and I
hero point?
beat
Yeah.
10, so flip mine right away.
Okay.
What is it? It was a
DC 11 flat. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, that's 11 flat. So I got one.
All right, you got one.
As I
Surreal.
knock over all of my dice trying to grab one dice. That's a 4.
Okay, so you have one currently.
Cool.
Now just double check and then I'll roll. Now I used one last session.
We
and
both
then-
used the 2
right.
last session.
Correct. However, one was given back to you last session as
Was
well.
it?
Yeah,
that's
James
that's how
used
they
one.
work now.
Oh,
It's-
right.
yeah.
So
it's
my
when you,
question is,
yeah, when
is
you
that
use one, it. Okay, so right now you have one available, and I have 2. When you spend
Mhm.
one, it flips to my side. When I spend one, it flips to your side.
Okay, I want to double check.
And it
I-
resets every game.
I'm not going to use that hero point yet.
Okay.
What'd you roll?
I rolled, so it's stealth, you said?
Yeah, and it's going to be against the perception DC of the other 2.
That is I can't add.
It's okay.
18.
Oh, wow.
You meat. You son of a bitch.
You also meet for me.
Both of you have a perception DC of 18.
Yeah, I have
Yeah.
a +8 perception.
All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, you are able to do so without their notice.
Except for probably Lady Magda.
Well, she's in a
Maybe.
dark corner, so who knows? But
She
so-
probably can fill every single corner of this room.
so Stephen is just under the desk or the table and chair that Charlie was sitting and just listening in on all. So she would have heard the
Heard Magda continue
redheaded.
talking shit about you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, exactly. All the shit talking and
Question for James. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, go ahead.
So basically Magda is like equivalent to like a level 1 cleric right now, right?
In terms of like spell casting powers, yes.
Okay. I'm just wondering, like in terms of the hierarchy of everything that's going on, like with Chilix, like being Thrune agents, are we like higher up on the food chain than she is right now?
It's kind of nebulous because like being through an agents isn't a rank in society. Like generally, it's just that like you are in the direct employ of House Thrune,
We're contract
which
workers.
like is
Basically,
a status, but it's kind of
I just want to see
nebulous.
if I can pull a know your place to her for insulting Charlie.
You can always say it.
But I want to
Doesn't
know
mean-
if there's anything backing me up with that.
Yeah, if it means anything.
Yeah. Like I could say it all I want, but
Yeah, it's hard to know because you don't know what her position in the church is. That's probably a factor. Um, the fact that she is Lady Magda means there might also be some other status she has somewhere. It's yeah,
There's a lot.
you don't have the full story, so it's hard to know for sure.
okay. All right, so I just leave it at shut the hell up.
Yeah. You just leave it at a good Uktuk original.
Yeah.
And then surreal head desks.
I'm sorry to interrupt, Jess.
Oh no, you're fine.
That was
I-
actually a really good question.
That was the only thing I just wanted to say was if I could just have Stephen listening in on the conversation.
Yeah, you get all of that.
Cool. That's it.
He doing
So-
a snoop.
Charlie's just in her room on her bed, ankles crossed on her bed. She's like leaning against the headboard, just kind of just listening. I'm assuming that's how it would work for the snoop, or if Steven would need to slither up and talk to me face to face, but whatever way, she's just in her bed, kind of just sulking.
And Magda is again talking shit on you.
Yeah, like what?
They just called you she called you rude again, ragamuffin.
Mm.
Then Uktuk told her to shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
Hearing
Dad stuck up for you.
Charlie will kind of cock her head, hearing Uktuk stand up for her, and just go, "Huh. Okay, okay," and then she'll scroll that away for the future.
I'll put that file away for a bit.
Yeah. So she'll just keep on listening in as much as you guys talk about stuff.
And after that, Magda will kind of turn to Surreal and. So, are you planning to actually progress the mission any today, or were you just hoping the rebellion would fall apart on its own?
Surreal screams into her hands for a second. Just a real good, like, doesn't want to wake up Sniffy because he's clearly sleeping, but also needs to release stress into something, so she screams into her hands. I learned everything about Valor's fastness. I learned about some of the Archons that are there. Specifically one. Absolutely fucking terrifying. So I am planning on making progress. It just depends on if this stupid petty shit stops happening.
The petty shit is always going to happen, my dear. The trick is to not let it distract you from the task at hand.
And that's the problem. It's distracting Charlie from the task at hand. She's
Which is-
fantastic at what she does when she focuses.
Which is why she seems like such a liability to me. Surely you could find someone more dependable to help you.
All
I
right,
don't have-
listen. All right, listen
Listen here,
here.
lady. I imagine Uktuk was like halfway up the ladder.
No, he's still down there.
Oh, he's still there? Okay.
Mr.
Go ahead.
Fiendhold, can you tell me with a straight face that she's never gone off the reservation? Never strayed from the plan?
He wouldn't know.
Actually, of my experience of people going outside of the plan, Suriel's the one.
Really?
I suggested trying to do it, and then I did not do it. So no. Charlie, however, did. You weren't here, Uktuk, so you wouldn't know. She's glaring at him now. She did burn the Angel Knight's face back at Longacre before we could get a look at her, and completely destroyed any evidence we had at finding out who she was.
Well, who she was doesn't matter anymore. She's dead.
Kind
That's
of important for information.
That's the important part, is that she's dead.
Look, I know how important this mission is, and I know how important it is that you remain concealed long enough to complete it. And I'm concerned that someone like her is going to go off at the wrong time, expose you.
Look, if you were so concerned about the importance of our mission, then you would stop aggravating my team.
Not exactly that hard to aggravate us, though.
You are aggravating Charlie, which aggravates Cyril, which aggravates me, and I don't like being aggravated. Now you, Lady Magda, need to cut it the fuck out. Or I will put you back in that casket where we found you.
You wouldn't even know how to start.
I will find a solution to put you in a casket.
I want to roll intimidate.
No.
Okay.
I rolled a 19.
Let's go. Yay!
It is not successful.
Yeah, whatever.
Cyril
And
will kind of... go ahead first.
She gives you the mom, like,
Oh, no!
the stare where her face is entirely calm and serene. She even has a little bit of a ghost of a smile on her lips, but her eyes are daggers, and they are stabbing into your soul.
Oh, no. Cyril stands up from her chair. That's enough. That is enough. Oh, that's enough. We're all tired. We're all frustrated. And it's been a long fucking week. We just have to deal with people as they are, and it fucking sucks. Uktuk, I get it, I understand. She's agitating all of us. But she kind of has every right to be the most agitated out of all of us. Okay? And no, that doesn't give her the right to fuck with the rest of us. Something we can work on. But for the love of any god that we all worship, more infighting isn't going to solve the problem. Especially trying to intimidate someone like her. And Mom, I understand. I know. But could you try and help rather than making things worse for me, at least?
He gestures to the meticulously sketched battle map, the strategic indicators, like just kind of like, what does it look like I'm doing?
I'm talking about with the people I work with.
Managing your people is your responsibility, my girl.
Yes, and you are a guest here while I try and manage my people. And if all you're going to do is make it worse, I cannot come down here and talk to you. You will not be an asset.
Roll me a sense motive, please.
Oh boy, a sense motive.
Can I as well? I'm gonna do it.
That's a natural 20 for a 28.
Yo.
Yeah.
That's got
Okay.
21.
So the faux serene face mask, the neutral, slightly smile kind of face, like does not move an inch.
Oh no, she's got mom mad face.
But the eyes turn from staring daggers at Uktuk to looking upon you with profound hurt. And just, well, if that's the way that you feel, then I won't bother you with my input any longer.
It's not what it. Serial takes a couple deep breaths and turns to Uktuk. Can you leave, please?
Fine. Just gets up and leaves.
Serial will wait until she can't even really hear his footsteps anymore. To 100% make sure he's not standing within earshot.
And once he's left, the mask breaks, and he goes from someone who is holding the mask perfectly to someone actively struggling to hold in tears. It's like, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to help.
Don't fall for it. No.
I want what's best for you, and I know that seems like it's stifling sometimes, like I'm overstepping, but it's just that I've been kept from you for so long, and all I want is to give you the guidance, the help that you needed all those years, and I'm sorry that I'm not doing it right.
And
She's
Serial will
puts her face in her hands.
Serial will grab Lady Magda's hands very gently, pull them away from her face, sitting across from her.
As your eyes meet hers, they are in fact watering up.
Serial's also trying to hold back tears. She's not used to all of these emotions, obviously since her mom wasn't there. So she's trying to do her best to be consoling, but also focus on the mission at hand. But she's having a really hard time, and that's obviously really easy to tell. It's like I know you're trying, but I need you to hear me and understand that I take what I can and I use that to the best of my ability. It doesn't matter who or when or what they are. I've gotten to the point where I don't take into account people's social status, how they act, unless it's a actual detriment to the mission, which I did before.
That's my girl.
I have to do that, and I'm only 24. I want to learn, and I know you want to teach me more. But the first thing you have to do is learn about me. And if you can't do that, then I don't know if you're going to be any different than Dad at that point.
She now makes a face as though you had physically slapped her. Comparing me to that brute seems a bit like hyperbole, but I see your point. And I'm sorry.
she can see Serial's posture kind of softened. She was tense the entire conversation from when she was downstairs waiting for everybody to go down to through the entire conversation until just now. And Serial will kind of pull her hands away and rub them against her pants. Hands clearly sweating. And will say, she's stuttering a lot before she says the sentence.
Oh, I'm sweaty, Mom. Spaghetti.
Spaghetti. Thanks, Grapes. Everything I do is improvised. I have no clue what I'm doing. I let everybody think I know what I'm doing because that means they'll listen and that they'll be more willing to help give ideas. But at the end of the day, at the end of the night, and Serial's accent is coming through a little bit more, I don't know. And having at least one of you here would be the best thing that ever happened to me other than getting this job. And I don't want to lose you after getting you. I also need you to understand that before anything else, until I have the freedom to choose, the job comes first. And Serial is actually crying. Like, there are tears rolling down her face.
I will do whatever I can to help you, and I can teach you to plan, to strategize. That's what I do. And it can help you, but you can't choose who to keep around you. You can always try and push them to be better. It's like working steel. You have to expose them to heat and pressure to chase out the flaws. They may not thank you for it. They may not even appreciate that you did it, but it's necessary for the process.
Charlie never does. Oh, God, she's so hard-headed. She's so hard-headed. And I can't talk. I know I am, too.
If you believe that there's potential there, then you have to push for it. And even if I don't see it, what you do, I will try to be supportive of your intuition.
Ugh, I hate crying. And Serial will kind of wipe her face.
She like does the move and brush a tear off with her thumb. Says, I know. We all do, but we have the ducts for it for a reason. It's necessary. The feelings that you have to swallow to get through the day are a poison. If you don't let them out, it'll kill you. Sometimes letting the poison out is screaming and kicking something that can't defend itself. She like gestures to the box that Uktuk broke.
The poor box.
Yeah. Sometimes the poison is tears. And sometimes, and she like looks upward. It's where Charlie's room is.
Mm-hmm.
Like sometimes it's Meaningless sex.
I'm gonna deception. Me, Suriel's gonna roll a deception
Okay.
to try and hide something when she says that, and reference to Charlie as I throw my dice. It's gone. I don't know where it went. I'll grab another
Oh
one.
no.
Luckily, it was a D20 and not a D4.
Oh, that would have sucked.
That's
Right?
another natural 20 for a 27.
Let's
Okay.
go.
Never mind.
Had everything.
I don't.
Damn, Oni.
You're rolling
God.
rocks today.
Right? So I will leave that then. Jess knows. But
Everybody
Yeah,
but your
so-
mom knows.
yeah, everybody but your mom knows. Oh no. Suri will kind of look up to where Charlie's room is and then look back down. It's been a long couple months. And having you here on top of everything else, well, stressful because that brings back a lot of memories. Isn't a weird way almost soothing?
Must take solace where you can find it. This world will not offer you much.
No.
I know that these last few months have been difficult. You've been asked to do great things, but you have so much more potential than you know. You're just beginning to scratch the surface of your talents. Think about how much your strength has grown in that time. Think how much more powerful you can become if you really applied yourself.
And the only thing I've been
God, it
holding
sounds
on
like my
to-
mom. Jesus Christ.
Right? Oh shit, right?
So, like, a mom?
Yeah, like a mom.
I think they all like convene on a day and they're like, okay, what kind of shit can we say to our kids now?
Right? The secret mom convention. Like, I don't
Yeah,
know.
absolutely.
You're a smart kid. You just gotta apply yourself.
Apply
sometimes.
yourself.
You know,
should
Mom,
go
maybe
back
I'm a
to-
bit autistic, alright?
You should go back to school.
Have you tried college or trade school?
Or in
Yes.
this case, like, you could kill way more people.
Than you already have. Have you tried using your sword a little bit better, hun?
Have you considered using two swords
And maybe holding a third in your mouth
or
Mm.
tail?
or tail. It's just a thought.
Sword in each hand and a gun in your tail.
Tail? Yeah.
And yet she still throws the gun.
Yes.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can't stop me, Dad.
Tail isn't dexterous enough to pull the trigger. What
This
else are you
is
going to do with
true.
it?
This is the only thing I can do is throw it. You're right, actually. I remember what I was gonna say. I feel like that's been the only thing I've been holding on to up until this week. Is I know I can do more. I know I can do better. And I feel like it's driven me a little bit insane. Which I think is why I badly latched onto these people. And like there's not like a hint of disgust in her voice, at least at the mention of you guys specifically, Charlie and Uktuk. It's more at the fact that she even got attached. in the first place that she's more disgusted with. Like, it's, I guess, growing up not knowing how to attach or detach is what is making it so hard to do this effectively without also not trying to consider their emotional well-being, their mental well-being, all that stuff, which is great for coworkers because yeah, I know as long as they're healthy, they'll do the work right. But that's not something I want to care about. I just want to get the job done and then go on with my life.
I wish that I could have been there to teach you this when you were growing up, but well, you know how your father gets when he's made up his mind.
I think I got that from him.
Um,
It's been a
all I can say
detriment.
now is an anchor is a useful thing when you need it, but a wise captain knows sometimes you have to cut it loose. I'm not saying that you need to do that now. I'm not saying you'll even ever have to, but if the time comes, you can't hesitate. If the time comes, you have to be ready.
Suri
Are
will
you ready?
nod. Suri will shake her head. No, not at all. I mean, really, this is our second mission. And, like, this is our first real mission. At least my first real one with a whole crew. The ones I did before were by myself, but they were easy. The people were vulnerable.
No, you
These...
weren't wholly by yourself.
No.
I'm told that your father's associate, Mr. Crease, was there with you.
He generally left me to my own devices, but yes, he was there to make sure that nothing went terribly wrong, which they never did, but that's because he was there and I was making sure to do my best.
Your best is all that can be asked, but you do also need to know how to give yourself a hard look and think about whether what you're doing is actually your best. I'm, I'm sure that you can do this, and I will help you in any way I can, but what I cannot do is hold my tongue if I feel that something is in your way, even if you refuse to see it.
Smallest smile. That turned into a grin kind of shows up on Surreal's face. It's like, yeah, I knew I had to get that from somebody. It was you. Really hard growing up, not getting punishments, she says in quotations.
Well, anything that you got from me is a blessing. Any less of your father in the world is something to be rejoiced.
Do before I maybe let you go, I don't know. I do have a very important question though.
What? What is it, my dear?
And Serial kind of it's clear she's considering how to word this question. Not as to be offensive, but as to not like anger her or make her mom shut down. Charlie has been very open, or at least as open as she feels comfortable to me about who her patron is. And as much as she knows is as much as I know. And I just, for her safety and my sanity, because honestly, if we have to go to the depths of wherever the fuck to figure this out and learn that it's just something completely different and we wasted all this time. Are you either her patron or related? It's important because if you are, that will change a lot. And I don't know if that's for better or worse, but I would rather know now than figure out later.
For my capture here, before I was stripped of my powers, I was a powerful cleric to my Lord Molech, but no mortal spellcaster has such power. To be the patron for a witch is something beyond mortal ken.
Do a sense motive.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh boy. Ooh, that's a 23.
I'm waiting for my. There it is. Yeah, she seems to be completely sincere.
Okay. That seems to make
No.
Serial relax even more.
What on earth would make you think that such a thing was possible in the first place?
Well, again, I don't know that much about you. And up until now, given what Carlisle told me, there were just so many possibilities of what or who you could be, from a human to a devil to the plethora of other races and beings out there.
I
And
were
as
a proper devil. Do you honestly think I would be hiding out in some tavern basement?
that's, I needed to ask in case something happened. That's the other thing. I've read a lot. I should say, I read a lot about devils, but of course, being able to talk to one other than the one that I work for on a more personable level would be nice so that I can learn more about the more intrinsic history and heritage. And, if it just came with a Surreal takes a moment, takes a breath, friend of mine, like Charlie's, possibly meeting her patron because she does want some changes, and I am maybe related to that person. I would like to be able to help for the mission.
Well, that girl's patron is a fiend. I can smell it on her. The blessing of the dark creatures below in the lower planes.
Mm.
And for one to be such a patron to her would require something. Well, it's not going to be a Z-bub like Razalago.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Mom.
Anytime, my child.
Sari will stand up, take another deep breath, letting it out, walk over to Snivy and like pet his head before going up the ladder.
So now the question becomes, Charlie, how you getting Steven back out of here?
Yeah. Being noticed.
I forgot I was on mute.
Oh, good job, friend.
So I would wait until cereal was gone. So it depends on, because I also have, let me, what's that word? I can see through Steven's eyes.
Mhm.
God, what's the name of it?
Share senses.
That's it. Is it shared sense? Yeah. So, anywho, so because I have that, I kind of see like just kind of like a perception check on where Serial is, where Lady Magda is, and the area between the table to the stairs.
Okay, yeah. If you look around, the Serial has left the room, and Magda, after she leaves, Magda turns around and is going back to. She's at the map table. She is facing away from you.
Could you pull up the Roll20 of the basement for me, please?
Just
I
put a bucket
can.
over her head like a Skyrim NPC.
Yeah.
Then you'll be able to stealth, no problem.
Okay, hold
They'll
on.
never question why they have a bucket on their head.
So
Yeah, so she's in the corner here. I'm gonna use Greg's icon for her.
okay,
Thank you.
So yeah, she's like at
let
the
me get
table
Steven.
facing it.
Oh yeah.
Let me get
put your-
Steven's picture out. Hold on.
Put out the snacky snack. Just a snacky snack.
This probably would have been the table. So Lady Magda's there, and then this is the way to get out. Okay, so because Steven is under the table, he would stealth. I don't know how to mark it. Let me draw it. Freehand. I would have Steven stealth around and just kind of hug the wall and climb out.
Okay. Yeah, roll a stealth, please.
I will use my hero dice to roll with advantage.
Nice.
Let me get out 2d20s because it's more funner rolling 2 dice at once.
You get to roll many dice in hand. Feel nice.
I have one of those bar dice cups that I roll out of.
That's cool.
Unless it's, D4s, then that's never fun to roll multiple.
Because I'm such a Wisconsinite.
Of course. It's important to the theme.
It's hashtag bar dice.
Hashtag bar dice.
So stealth is. Let me pull up his stat block.
Stat block.
One second. Stealth.
What time of day is
That's
it?
plus 8.
Afternoon?
Okay, so 16. Wait, hold on. I can't fucking count.
It's okay. Neither can I.
That's a 24.
Ooh,
That's pretty good.
that's a pretty
Yeah,
tasty number.
neither Hurt nor Brexter seem to take note of Steven moving,
And Snivvy's asleep, so he doesn't care.
and Snivy is asleep.
So I will have Steven stealth smoothly through the silence. What I did there?
Silence.
Silence.
Nice.
So, and that'll be, and then he will climb up and hold on, I gotta find the doors. He'll climb up. He will come out of that chute and just, oh, never mind, go to my room, which is right here.
Yep.
And
I like
door would
the,
be cracked open. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say I like the Family Circus line.
Oh,
Like,
it's
"Whoop."
beautiful.
Yep. Steven would have like saw like the dining room table and been like, "Oh no, that's not where I want to go.
That's not where I need to be right now. Whoops. Turn around.
Get me out of get me out of here. Get me out of here." And then he'll slither up on my bed, and I will be on the bed, and there will be a fresh egg waiting for him, and
Eggy.
be like, "A big eggy for a good boy. Thank you for being my eyes." And then I will hand the egg to him.
Oh,
Man, he's eating good today. He got a new scroll. Now he get a big egg.
He's my good boy.
He is a good boy.
he's
He had
been
to see a
offered an
lot of
egg
shit
in this
today.
trying time.
As he was eating the scroll, he was like, his
egg
eyes
in
were
these
wide,
drinks.
like, what the fuck is going on over there?
Right. May I offer you an egg in these trying times,
Yeah.
Steven?
And that'll be, yeah, so I'll just kind of sit with him and just contemplate what I heard.
Learned a lot today.
Yeah, she did.
What time is it? Is it late at night?
It's probably
Is
like
it
mid-afternoon.
Okay.
I smacked my mic. I'm sorry. Owie. I'm trying to remember the other thing that I was planning on doing today. Probably was all thrown off by what just happened. So if we're going longer, can we take a break?
Yeah, I was just starting to think about that because we're at 2:10.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Is there-
we're at a good place to stop. And when we get back from our break, we can have some action go.
Hey. But also give my brain a time to calm down from the drama and also get food because I am kind of hungry. Also gotta let Bella out.
Yeah.
Eat.
So yeah, that's a good place to cut it. We had a lot of drama.
Let's have to have at least one drama episode. It's important to the lore.
Yeah, I think we've had like 4 consecutive drama episodes, and I love
Yeah.
it.
It's good. It's
Like,
good story. Good
It's less,
content.
yeah, it's less on its face exciting than combat encounter episodes, but this is the important stuff. This is the figuring out who the characters are and how they act in this world, and
Mm-hmm.
also you are getting a lot of important mission critical intelligence with these interactions.
Mhm.
Getting dungeon maps and learning psychological vulnerabilities.
Yeah. That's what I'm here for.
Yeah.
We got some good info.
Yeah, you did, Charlie.
Yeah, we
God,
did.
if only you rolled a 17, I would have known.
Wait, hold on. Are we wrapping it up or are we taking a break?
Break.
I think we're
At least wrapping up this episode and then
Yeah.
taking a
Yeah.
break. Yeah.
yeah.
Alrighty.
So we're
'Cause,
gonna take a break.
I wouldn't mind like wrapping it up for tonight.
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
saying. I think this is a good place to wrap it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right
it's
on.
fine.
Alright, so if that's the case, sorry, I was distracted. And so if we're
Everything
gonna be
okay?
wrapping no, I was in making a character.
Oh.
Okay. You're working on Frump?
Working on Frump. The world's not ready for Frump.
No, the world is not ready for Frump.
I thought you were gonna say the world serpent. And I'm like, what?
Who knows? Maybe Frump is a world serpent.
You know?
But he's
just a little guy.
He's not a serpent.
He's just a little guy.
He has limbs.
limbs.
Serpents could have limbs. Have you seen a Komodo dragon? They're like
don't know,
serpent, but they have
They're
legs.
reptiles.
Just a little guy.
That's one of the
Just a
defining
little guy.
features of serpent is
It's
the
like-
limb.
He looks like this. Alright, you ready for this? Alright, so it's like
Sorry.
Every time we're saying just a little guy, it's making me think of the elemental scamps thing.
Just a
Oh my
little
God,
guy. He's
just
got
a little
just a
guy.
little guy.
He's just got a little hat on. He doesn't know any better. 7 people died. Oh, he's doing a little. He's doing a little dance.
When I grow
So,
up,
I mean, that's
when I grow
essentially
up, I want
from.
to be like all
It's
my.
in roll 20.
Okay, hold on. Aw.
When I grow
Yeah,
up,
that's from.
I would be like all my. Except this version will be actually small instead of the last version, which was human size.
Human sized. Oh my god. When I grow up, I want to be like All Might.
When I grow up,
It
I would be like all
killed
my.
me, and I still don't know why.
Just a little guy.
Just a little guy.
7. I found it. I'm reading it. And 7 people died. He's got a little hat on. He doesn't know any better. He's a monster. He'll kill again. You must listen to me. You're all doomed. Oh, look, he's doing a little hornpipe dance.
That's essentially how Detective is gonna
Then,
explain from.
then
He's
Frump just like
guy.
sees something and goes, and just runs away.
Just quick little feet pats. Go, 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 go. Just
Just
I
your
tell.
skittering.
Yeah. Like you don't understand, Jess.
He rolls for intimidation, and 2 big angry eyebrows appear above his eyes.
They're drawn on by the bold Sharpie.
Yeah.
Yep.
But anyways.
Alrighty. Oni,
I'm
who are you
brain.
rating?
Fuck.
While we're doing
Ah.
that, we should probably be introducing ourselves. James, you're James.
Yes, I am.
Where can we find you?
I mean, if Twitter is still a thing tomorrow when people hear this, at the Ramble Rouser. It's like Rabble Rouser, but I'm just meandering bullshit.
Hell yeah. Oh, or Jess,
Yeah.
where we find you?
You would find me at Twitter again if it's still if it makes it to tomorrow and for the future, at Topaz_romance. No, I'm not gonna answer questions about how I got that username.
Is it
Can I
a
ask?
Steven universe?
No, actually,
Oh, okay.
and I
Oni.
would answer.
Oni, who
Ah!
are you?
Oh, I'm me. That was my name. Or at least one of my names. I have like 5, depending on where you know me from the internet. But you can find me at Flustered Button. Literally everywhere on the internet. Specifically my Ko-Fi where I do commissions. And now on Thread where I shitpost and talk about my thoughts because Twitter is a shithole and I don't want to put those on there because that's where all the bigots are. YouTube where I haven't posted speed paints in about 5 years. Twitch where I haven't streamed in about a year. Maybe I'll do that soon.
Shit.
Who knows?
You got a lot of places.
Oh yeah, well, I am a content creator. I have to have a lot of shit going on, and I hate it. But people like it, apparently, for some reason. And occasionally, you can also find my art at on Sunday nights at 7 p.m. EST. I believe. I don't know. I have to ask my boyfriend again. On his game where he DMs called War of the Shattered Sun. They're on like episode 134 now, I think. So you guys got a lot to go through, but it's good. There was a polycule that formed the last few episodes, so that was fun. I screamed. I was so happy.
I know that word. No, I don't.
You do know that word. I'm proud of you. Good
I don't
job.
know that word.
Oh, I'll
No,
tell you
it's-
when you're older.
Okay.
It's molecule, but poly people.
I'll tell you when
Mhm.
you grow up.
Grow up, Ooptook.
It's a polyamorous molecule.
But for now, damn it, Jay.
I get it.
For now,
I don't
we'll
get
be
it.
reading. We'll be rating once again the Brachiozoid. They're playing Amoongus.
Amogus.
Liz,
Amogus.
I see you there in stream. I'll send you update of your commission probably tomorrow. I don't know. But anyways, thanks for listening to our drama and our stupid little stinky stories.
And I am Grapes. You could find me at places either I'm Grapes, I am Grapes, I _ am Grapes. Find it wherever. I don't post anywhere.
True.
Ironically, he's allergic to grapes. I'm just kidding.
Oh no. I used to stream. I don't anymore. I could if I wanted to. Maybe.
Lots of games.
I do have lots of games. I just finished Legend of Zelda. The Tears of the
Tears.
Comble. And
The tears are me crying because I'm not able to play it.
and maybe I'll stream like if there's a master mode that comes out. Maybe I'd stream that because I super enjoyed the regular game and maybe I'll rate it or play the master quest. Words, rating Brachiozoid. Go there. Tell them.
Go. Be
Tell
nice.
them.
They're a great
Brachiozoid.
artist.
They're cool and
Tell them
Grapes.
they're a great artist and they
Grapes-
deserve all the
Grapes
commissions and
says
don't let them
hi.
try and take it back.
Grape says hi. Oni says hi. James says hi. Jess says hello.
Hello.
What's up? Sorry, I was
But-
horny on Maine.
You're always horny
That's-
on Maine.
that's all
Goodbye,
you do.
everybody.